and I met this person and at a park. We met at a park, which was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Sure.
I was walking.
Cruising?
No. Gross. I don't know who you think you're talking to. But I was walking our dog, and they were walking their dogs. Which they're, no offense, but their dogs were just like done, beat up, beat the hell up. I remember telling them once, like, when are you gonna put your dogs down? Welcome to Too Much,
Our podcast about, well, whatever.
From issues of the world to topics of lesser grandeur. We've got you covered with a little bit too much to say about everything.
So let's start the show.
I'm Elizabeth Taylor reincarnated. I have 50 million husbands and wives. My name is Michael.
And I'm being held here to record this against my will. My name is Cody.
Bitch, you can leave.
Can I?
No.
Michael always wants to record at the worst times. My lowest energy points in life is when he's like, let's get behind the mic and talk.
Because I have energy all day long, all the time. Except for last week. I must admit, last week I listened to it and I was like, I was whispering, I was out of it, and I know exactly why I was doing that. There was like a lot of things around and it was different. The environment was different, so I was cognizant of that and kept thinking about it. And so my energy was different. But now it's like, I don't care, and I'm just giving you guys what I normally give you guys. It's not my fault that you are lazy.
Dramatic.
And
the people upstairs are being loud.
Well, that's not new.
Yeah, sometimes it's new. Why not record when they're being quiet?
It's the weekend. We record on the weekends.
Sometimes.
Most times. We record. Most times the day we record is the day we release it. Rarely it's like recorded like days or weeks in advance.
Because you never ask weeks in advance. You always are like, okay, time to put an episode
throughout
out.
The week, I need to live my life, one. And two, I have drag race stuff going on. Thankfully,
That's 2 days a week.
Moving forward, it's 1 day a week. And I have other things to do. I shoot videos for my Patreon subscribers. I'm busy.
Uh-huh.
Busy.
You were happy with Lawrence winning Drag Race?
Yes. Spoiler alert, DragRace UK. Someone commented under my video for season 13 saying I spoiled their experience for Drag Race UK. And I was like,
I don't know if that's valid.
I apologize because you know what? Everyone's feelings are valid. But in all honesty, it was a little weird.
It's a
whole day after the event.
It sucks to have something spoiled for you, but you're going to watch Drag Race content thinking that they're not going to talk about a different franchise. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's being risky right there.
Definitely. When I know I haven't watched something and I don't want it to be spoiled for me, I just stay off of social media entirely because in a conversation, things pop up. And if you're watching content like mine or Bob the Drag Queen and Monet or whoever, they're just going to go off and talk about different things and that might pop up.
I mean, I guess from my memory of you reviewing American Drag Race, you rarely talk about what happened on UK.
I rarely, but this was different. We actually concluded the UK and got a winner. So it's like, if you didn't see me react to the winner yesterday on another video, let me tell you, I reacted to it. Go over there and check it out.
I guess next time you just say that without saying who the winner was.
Ugh. Anyways, I'm happy that Lawrence won. I initially thought Bimini would have won, but I'm not upset about the winner at all. If they gave it to Taste, I would have not cared. I would have been like, congratulations. Because all three of them were great, and all three of them have something the other doesn't. And I always say, it doesn't matter who wins, it just matters what you do with your fame after Drag Race.
I really thought Bimini was going to win, but I think that Lawrence is deserving. To be honest, if Taste won, that would have shocked me. Although
she won that episode.
Yeah, she won that. She had the best finale episode. And some people think once you get to the finals, your track record doesn't matter.
True, because look at Sasha Velour. And it's not to say Sasha Velour just skated by, but for the entire season, Shea Coulee was kicking ass and taking names. Mm-hmm. And Sasha Velour, 2 of the wins she got was because she was on a team with Shea Coulee. And she never was in the bottom and lip synced, but she was never great at everything else. She was kind of like a Ellie Diamond, not lip syncing, but pretty safe and consistent throughout.
Yeah.
And so on the night of, she just pulled a lip sync out her ass, and all of a sudden, she's the winner. So it kind of feels like now, modern Drag Race, you can do all you want to do throughout the entire season, but as long as you make it to the end, it only matters what you do on that night. It kind of feels that way right now.
Yeah, I thought the final lip sync on UK was so lackluster.
It wasn't great.
They picked that just a random Elton John song that you can't really. It just seems so old, such an old school song that you can't really like perform to.
There is a clip of Bimini doing this weird jig thing, and Lawrence like doing her own thing, and Taste doing
Like headbanging.
a headbanging move, and it's just chaotic. It's
Yeah.
like I don't even know what I'm looking at. It was not a good song for them.
I thought it was so weird, but whatever. British artist, I guess. I feel like they do a lot of men's lip syncs in the UK, like men's songs.
Yeah,
They don't have iconic female singers over there.
Carly Minogue, like what? Adele? Or do they not want to pay that type of money?
I
don't
think
know.
Kylie's Australian.
Kylie Minogue is Australian.
Yeah,
Wow, but she's pretty popular in Britain, though, isn't she?
I know. There's
I
this.
don't know.
I think
Sorry,
there's this whole
guys.
thing about how a lot of people think she's British, but I'm pretty sure she's Australian.
Well, I'm pretty sure the what the hell are their names?
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. Wait,
Whose names?
the girls, the Spice Girls. There we
Oh.
go. They have a plethora of songs you could choose from.
Yeah, they
And
didn't do
they're an
Spice Girls this
ensemble.
season.
So it would have been great to have 3 girls lip sync to an ensemble.
Yeah, because the camera could have like cut in between them.
Right.
Tell me what you want, would you? And then just go to
It would
different
have been
girls.
really fun.
They probably did Spice Girls in season 1 because remember one of them guest judged.
Oh yeah, that one that doesn't.
So they probably did a
that one
Spice
that's
Girls
like
song.
a housewife right now, right?
I don't know. I don't keep up with them.
But yeah, congratulations to Lawrence, and please don't send Lawrence any hate. It's not necessary. It's whack. Get over yourselves.
Amen. Want to get into some topics from the timeline?
Yes, I do.
First, interesting news out of the Drag Race multiverse, which I will call it now.
It is becoming a multiverse. It's like franchises everywhere.
And now the worlds are colliding because they're going to do a All Stars International
Work.
or International All Stars.
We've been asking for this for a very long time, and the fans have wanted this because you have Canada, you have 2 seasons of UK, you have a season of Holland, you have 3 seasons of Thailand, which it feels like Thailand is that cousin no one talks to,
I think it got canceled anyways.
and now you have Australia, and then you're gonna have Spain,
Yep.
and I think they want to do a South America one down the
Yeah,
line.
Latin
So
America, yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah, what's interesting is remember when Drag Race was first airing, the girls were getting eliminated and we're like, they need to put a Canadian girl on the next season of All Stars.
Yes.
They need to like bring people from the UK, bring people. I guess they were listening to the energy that we were putting out in the world.
The only thing is, I feel like it's going to just be a lot right now because we have a regular All Stars in America for American girls, and then you have an All Stars for everyone else in the country. Sorry, in the world. Couldn't they just upgrade the current All Stars to make it international?
Well, that's what I think they're doing. They haven't said it. There's no official release about it yet. It's just reports coming out. So they said that after Rue finished filming Down Under, he flew back to the UK to start filming UK season 3.
Right.
Right after UK season 3 wraps, they're going to go right into All Stars International, which they'll film, I guess, in the same studio
Yes,
out in
they
the UK.
are doing it in the UK.
So by the time that happens,
But
we
wait.
think they've already filmed All Stars 6 to
Oh yeah,
air
they've,
this
they've definitely filmed All
air
Star
this
6
spring.
already. Yeah.
So I think if they film the international one, it might just be an international, like it might be All Stars 7, but international version.
I would prefer it that
So then it
way.
would air the next spring.
Yeah.
Unless it's something that like BBC wanted to do
I
and they're
was
going to
about
air it
to
around
ask
Christmas or something.
I was about to ask them because they're filming in Britain, and they're going to have the Canadian girls come down, the girls from Holland, the girls from Down Under. Maybe not because Down Under is very new.
Yeah.
But if it's being filmed in Britain, doesn't mean it's going to be aired on the BBC, because if that's the case, I don't think any of the girls are going to want to take part in this. BBC doesn't give money, and none of the girls are going to take a trip just to come on. I mean, Yeah, a lot of them will come just to be on TV again, but the girls want money at the end of the day, and you don't get that over the pond. And in All Stars, True Fashion, you get like $10,000 for winning a challenge. You're not getting any of that if you go on the BBC.
Yeah, I think it's probably not the BBC. It's probably the regular version. They're just like
It's probably
it's
going to
cheaper
go
to just
on
use the same studio space and
Paramount
do it right
Plus,
after.
but they
Yeah.
just will film it in the UK.
Yeah, but that is interesting that the British girls who are going to be on the show, which right now it's reportedly Blue Hydrangea and what's the
Bag
other
of
girl?
chips.
Bag of Chips.
They're not going far. None of them. I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Bag of Chips made it far in her season, but I don't think she is a queen that can win against like international girls. I just don't see it. And Blue Hydrangea, they're cute, but I see them making it to 5 episodes max.
You don't know. It's been a while since you've seen them, and Bag of Chips is definitely upgraded. But what I was gonna say is they can go on All Stars and like say they win the challenge the first week. That's more money than they ever got on their original season.
I know, it's kind of like when BB went to All Stars.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
And BB got $25,000 for winning her season.
It's crazy.
And when she went on All Stars, I think she won one challenge. There was one challenge where she actually won it, and that was the Campbell Soup commercial challenge. And they literally gave her that win because they made her lip sync to big hair, Tracy Ellis, Diana Ross. And BB does Diana Ross a lot, so she won $10,000 that week. Half of her winnings.
Crazy.
It's
worth it. Who do you think from Canada is going to be on there?
Okay, Jimbo for sure because she's a fan favorite, and this person I would just like to see because I feel like there's something there, and I just feel like because this person has money now, they might be able to give a better showing, and that would be oh my god, what's her name?
I don't know.
I was talking to you about her the other day, and you were
Rita Baga?
No.
Who?
Rita Baga is cool, but no, Tainomi Banks.
Oh, Tainomi Banks.
So it's either Jimbo and Tainomi or Jimbo and Rita Baga.
You know what? I would love Rita Baga because she's French, so it would just make it seem like even more international because she has a French accent.
True, you'd have someone from Holland. I've never watched Holland. I don't even know the name of the winner. I hear people saying Coco Peru.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she won. I don't know how she looks.
I don't know if she's the winner or if she was the fan favorite.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Holland's Drag Race. I'm sorry. I never got into it. I do not like reading subtitles. And that might sound ignorant, but if I don't understand you, I don't really have the patience for that. That's why I haven't watched Parasite yet.
I think that Lemon might have a good chance of getting on. I think she's kind of a fan favorite.
Lemon is a fan favorite, and she's very active on social media, which makes it easier to transition into an international drag race scene.
Yeah, and I think some people thought she should have went farther on Canada.
Some people, not I. I wanted her to go even before that episode. Jimbo was the fan favorite during the season, but Jimbo has been so quiet online to the point where I don't know if she has lost fans or fans have forgotten about her. So Lemon might be a better pick than Jimbo.
I think Jimbo's definitely got to be there. And the thing about Jimbo too is that she's blown up a lot, like almost immediately.
No.
Yes.
Glowed up?
Yeah.
I saw a picture of Jimbo just last week and she looked the same. Her makeup is still busted.
No. Her makeup has completely changed.
Well,
it's not the clown white.
It wasn't cute to me. And I do love Jimbo, but I'm just saying when I saw her on that day.
But nobody's saying that she became the best makeup artist of all time.
Okay.
Saying that she's definitely improved upon her look.
I changed my mind about who I want to see. I want to see girls who are active and out there working and like they're doing something outside of like hanging on to...
Who's that? It's a pandemic.
Well, I would give it to Rita Baga and I'll give it to Tainomi Banks. And here's why. Rita Baga went on to go on Big Brother Canada, well, the French version.
Yeah.
And Tainomi Banks was in a whole Super Bowl commercial.
A Canadian Super Bowl commercial. It was not airing during the American Super Bowl.
You do not have to diminish the girl's shine like that. You are so shady and wrong for that.
I'm just saying, you're making it sound like she was up there with like Michael Bublé and these like $1 million commercials.
Airing during Super Bowl. Like, give her that.
And in the commercial, it's not even like she said, "Hey, I'm Tainomi Banks." She was just an actress.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's booking gigs.
Yeah, she's booking gigs. I think, to be honest, if it's going to be an international version, well, there's probably only going to be 8 episodes, but I think there'll be at least 3 girls from Canada.
No, because if it's going to be a first time, so they're going to be using 10 girls, and they can't use 3 from Canada because
Why
that's just
not?
too much. Because
3 from Canada, 3 from the
that's the
UK.
thing though. They already have 2 rumored from the UK, so we know we're gonna stick with 2. So 2 from the UK. They're probably gonna get at least 1 from Holland, and they're gonna have people from America, and then you want 3 from Canada. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. 3 from the UK, 3 from Canada,
Okay, we're at 6.
and then 1 from Holland,
1 from Holland.
and then 3 from the US.
Actually, you only have one. Wait. Let's do the math. You said 3 from the UK,
Yeah,
3 from Canada,
that's 6.
and 1 from Holland,
That's 7.
and you want 3 from America.
America.
Why? So Holland is like what? Hot garbage? They don't exist. Fuck their drag.
Yeah, kind of.
Whoa! You heard it here first. Cody thinks Holland is trash.
No, I just think not a lot of the viewership for Holland is not the same as the rest of them.
Hmm.
And to be honest, it did they even say Holland in the article that I sent you?
Yeah.
I think they only said Canada, US, and UK.
I don't remember. Let me take a quick.
I think
look.
there might have been conflicting information, but the thing is, none of it's been confirmed.
Yeah, it's all like rumors at this point. Which, if Holland isn't included, I would not be mad. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't either. The thing is, if they bring someone from Holland, it needs to be a girl who she doesn't have to speak English, but she has to be able to understand English.
They did mention Holland. They said U.S., Canada, and Holland.
Yeah, but then that article doesn't say the UK, and it was a British newspaper reporting it. So maybe it's all 4 of them. But yeah, agreed. I would not be mad if Holland wasn't included.
All right. Bye, Holland.
Do you see all this stuff coming out about Demi Lovato now that her documentary is starting to roll out?
I heard a story. I have not read the article about it. But what I heard was she admitted to being raped during the years when she was on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Now, that to me is wild and really shocking. Well, you know what? To be honest, it's not shocking, but it's kind of shocking to just hear her say it.
Yeah.
You read it, right?
I read some of an article.
Do we know if it's someone in her family or someone on like Disney?
It was someone on Disney.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because she said she told adults and that person was still in the movie that they were in.
The movie?
Yeah.
So this was Camp Rock.
She didn't say it was Camp Rock. She just said the movie that they were in. I don't know if it's a movie that they were in together or if it was a movie that they were doing solo with Disney. But it sounds like it was another Disney actor.
Shit.
Yeah.
And did she say this was an adult, or this was like some kid her age?
Someone her age. Or at least that's what I got from the article, that it was someone her age who she had a relationship with. They had been hooking up, but she was like one of the Disney kids who was doing the whole purity ring thing. And
yeah, but they were all taking drugs while wearing the purity rings.
And so, yeah.
Thanks to, what was it, was Nick Jonas who said it, or Joe Jonas who like taught?
Said what?
Because it was a secret. Only they knew they were doing the purity rings and taking drugs and hooking up, because they were not really they were just wearing it for show. But I think Joe Jonas, or it was Nick Jonas, one of them went on an interview and like spilled the beans, and they're like, yeah, we wore the rings, but we were doing everything. And I think Miley sent out a tweet like, shut up.
Well, Demi wasn't doing everything.
Okay.
She said she was like wanted to wait till marriage.
Oh, that's really nice.
And that's why she like wore the ring. But yeah, it was this guy who she had been like hooking up with, and she just didn't consent to like doing that.
Okay, so they were like kissing and like just
she wanted her
teenager
first time
stuff.
to be romantic, and she was like pretty crushed when it wasn't, and she tried to tell people, and I guess there was no repercussions or anything like that. She also said she got raped again by a drug dealer in 2018.
What?
Yeah.
The actual fuck.
Yeah.
This was just mere years ago.
She said he was like on top of her. I guess trigger warning or whatever. But she was on top of her, and he was on top of her, sorry. And she said like yes, but then she looks back on it and she was like, I was high out of my mind. Like I had no ability to consent to that sort of thing happening.
Yeah, that's really, I mean, gross.
Yeah, there's so much stuff coming because I was looking at the articles about
Her story
the rape
just
thing. Yeah, and there was just
keeps.
so much in the documentary that I was like, I don't think it's out yet.
No, it's not.
I think maybe next Friday
They're
it's out.
promoting it and they're giving us a lot of information, like a lot of tea.
But
So
there was a lot going on in that
so
documentary
now
that I
I'm
was like,
feeling
okay,
like,
so
what else is there to
Demi's
even
spilling the
tell
tea.
us? How much did she has gone through so much? Demi and we're around the same age as Demi, giving away our age, like we're proud.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but I've been through a lot in my life, but she has been through it. The drugs, the
All of it.
all of
At
it.
such a young age. There's one article that says she receives injections to prevent from getting high and relapsing.
That's different. I've never heard of that treatment before.
She's also oh yeah, the rape when she was 15 was her virginity. Well, obvious if that wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
implied, she lost her virginity as a teenager. She was 15. She also talks about that engagement to that Max Eric guy.
I don't
She's
remember him.
remember was
The,
it over the summer she got engaged? Remember I
oh,
was telling you
oh yeah,
about it,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then he
yeah,
was
yeah.
like all on social media, like
Writing a whole
I
song.
heard about it in the press and this and that.
Yeah, he was looking for clout. I really liked her with I forget his name, but he was on that '70s show. Wilma.
Oh, Wilmer
Wilma.
Valderrama.
Yes, I really liked them together.
Yeah, they were together for a long time.
Yeah.
I think he's having a kid now.
Hey, people move on and they thrive.
Yeah, I just opened up this article. It says that she receives monthly shots of Vivitrol, a medication that stops the effects of opioids. So
It
it
stops the
blocks.
effects of opioids. Does it mean she's taking opioids, but she doesn't want it to affect her? Like, I don't get that.
No, it stops the effects. The treatment, which blocks opioid receptors in the patient's brains, can only be taken on a temporary basis. But Lovato thinks it will give her good start on long-term sobriety.
Okay, like I've never heard of that treatment before, but
She says
if
at
it
least
works
for
for
a few
her,
years it can't hurt me. Huh.
interesting.
That is interesting.
Now, I have a few stories that caught my eye over the like past week. It's not a lot of stories having to do with celebrities, so I'm going to run through them very quickly, but it has to do with a lot of tragedy. There is this very old lady in Scotland that was dead for over 12 years, and the people are just finding her body in her house.
Is the body just bones?
At this point, it has been completely decomposed, and I'm just thinking, Scotland's not a big place. Like, no one missed this old lady. Did she have no family? No, none of her neighbors realized that. I haven't seen Miss, let's say Myrtle. I haven't seen Miss Myrtle come out to water the plants or see her with her cat in a while. And then years has passed. You see the house just, decaying, and no
Hmm.
one's like, no one lives there anymore. No
Maybe she
one.
lived in the country.
I saw an image of the house. There are a few houses around her. It wasn't like
Really?
isolated. So I was like, this is very strange. I feel like the whole community killed her and just covered it up. That's my conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory. Oh my god. Could be a movie.
Maybe. Now, this other story that was really sad to me, Indianapolis, this family. So this baby daddy came to this girl. Like, the woman has multiple kids.
Mm-hmm.
She has like a 3-year old, which is the baby daddy's kid, and like a 7-year old and another child, I believe. And the baby daddy for the 3-year old came up to her like, I want half of the stimulus check, and I want half of your tax refund because we have a kid together. And she's like, no, you don't do anything for the kid. We don't live with you. Why would you be entitled to half?
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Do you? I'm talking to you guys listening. But it just turned really sad really quick. He apparently threatened her in her salon. Okay, you think I'm not going to get that money? I'm going to get it. And he came back. He killed the 7-year-old, which is not his kid.
Damn.
He killed the baby mother's sister and brothers and shot her. I don't know if she's deceased at this point, but she was shot. So in total, like 4 people were killed, and he took his kid and ran away with him.
Took the kid and ran away.
Yeah.
So no money.
I'm like, because one of the friends who were in the salon when he threatened her said he had an evil look in his eye, and he said, "Okay, you think you're not gonna give me that money? Bet I'm gonna get it." So
how are you gonna get it?
Stupid.
You're not.
You're gonna kill everyone, and you're still not gonna get that stupid $1,400. I feel like Americans go to the extreme for no damn reason. When there's a Popeye's chicken sandwich, people got shot in line just to get it. I didn't get that. When they get a little $1,200, everyone's posting online as if it's $1 million. Now they're getting $1,400. Everyone's killing people for it. Are you guys not used to money in the States? Is it that bad? Like, blink twice if you're suffering. I will sponsor you.
You know what? It probably is. Obviously, culturally, it's so different there, but they're just a lot less socialized. So maybe they're not used to money. You know what I mean? Like, we're taxed a lot.
Oh yeah.
So we get a lot of services.
Right.
Them getting money from the government is so unusual that it's like, oh, this is different.
It really is different. Because the way they make it seem, everyone's like, you see the memes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when that $1,400 hits, I'm gonna go to Popeyes and ask for the owner or whatever. I'm like, all right.
It's interesting because I've gotten more than $1,400 on a tax refund.
Yeah.
Multiple years in a row.
Well, speak for yourself, because at one point they weren't giving me any money for tax refunds.
Well, you're an immigrant who's a leech on this country.
I will slit your throat.
Or something like that.
First of all, I was in a tax bracket where I wasn't getting any refunds. I didn't need any money.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's where I'm at now.
That's where you're at now?
I don't get $1,400 anymore.
You know, the first time I came here, and I was like working a really low paid job, so I got a refund. It wasn't even a lot. I think the most I've ever gotten on a refund was $1,200. And then when I started making a lot of money, then they were just like, I got $170 one year. I was like, you can keep that.
That's like what I get now. But no, there's one year
where
I
just didn't get anything. You're just like, you broke even. I'm like, whatever. As long as I don't owe you, I really don't care about a tax refund.
Even's fine. I got like $2,400 one year. Probably a few years. When you're in school and stuff, there's so much that you can claim.
And so that's the thing. I was doing taxes with these people, and they just didn't know what they were doing, and I didn't claim for anything.
You have to claim so much.
I never claimed for it, because in my mind, I'm like, I don't care.
My ex, she never knew that she was supposed to claim rent.
I don't think you can do that anymore.
Yeah, you can claim rent.
See, I don't care. Like,
you claim your rent, and then you get an Ontario tax benefit like every 3 months. They send you a check.
Well, yeah, I know about that part.
Well,
either way, I don't get it. The fascination with getting money from the government and how excited they get. I feel like if I'm working and my money's coming in, I'm good. But then again, not everyone was working what I was working or working what you're working. I don't care.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm comfortable.
I guess so.
But yeah.
Too comfortable for free money.
Who needs it when you're rich? Get on my level. Yeah, so those are the stories this week. Are you gonna go shoot someone for some stimmy?
Maybe not. Oh, you know what when you were saying it though, I was thinking about when you watch like 2020 and Dateline. Mm-hmm. Some people, murder is not that far for them. Some people are just okay with it.
It just seems like
you cut me off in traffic, I'm going to murder you.
Well, I did watch that movie for the first time, Unhinged.
Yes.
That was interesting.
But some people I'm saying are that it's like, there's like, oh, they snapped one day and murdered. There's that, but then there's also some people who are just like, I killed my mom because she told me to clean my room.
Oh, that's so scary to me.
Mm-hmm.
So scary. And not to sound away, but most times you hear about people snapping like that, you think of a certain type of people. And when you hear a different type of people doing it, you're like, what is wrong with you? But hey, mental health is across the board. All cultures, all races. So you guys have been listening to the podcast. Thank you.
But if the Too Much podcast isn't enough, there's a whole lot more content on Michael's YouTube.
Yeah, I post like every single week and I have literally too much going on over there.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and please drop a comment and tell us what you thought or what you'd like to see Michael do next.
Bye. Oh, no. Back to the show.
Today we're going to do a little bit of a story time.
Oh, we've never done that before, have we? Yeah, kind of. We did.
I mean, we tell stories all the time, but this is some tea. Today we're talking about proposals. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And some people at the table have more experience with proposals than others do. So, Michael, what's the story that you're going to tell us today?
Well, picture it. Early 2010s. A teenage Michael. Late teens. 19.
Not teenage years.
On the
Was
cusp.
she pregnant? Is that why?
Oh, yeah. There was a baby involved. I had to do the right thing. And I was raised right, so
No babies out of wedlock.
Yeah, I bought a ring for like $50 and I proposed in a flash mob. And she said yes.
Oh, how cute for you.
And we went through with the marriage, but it was annulled because during the, blissful honeymoon night, I realized this was not the life for me.
Oh.
Yeah, she was devastated, but then again, she wasn't really because I found out the child wasn't mine and she was actually dating my brother, so psh.
Oh, wow.
Life happens, and none of that's true.
So what is the truth?
A young Michael was going to school in a foreign land.
Canada.
Is this my story or is this yours?
I don't know how many flowers you're going to put around it.
Here.
The foreign land of Canada. Okay, great.
Wow. Okay, Mary. So I was going to school in a foreign land, and I met this person through a friend. And it's funny because this friend didn't really want to introduce me to this person. And I didn't know that at the time, but later found out from the person that, oh, your friend didn't want to introduce you to us. They said, oh, you're nothing special. I was like, whoa, Flash's hair.
Good friends you have.
I know. But later found out that the friend was jealous of my good looks, and I don't blame them because some are blessed with that.
Okay, get to the story.
Hold on, you need to give people context.
Not that much context.
I'm talking. So the friend was jealous and thought if they introduced me to this other person and the group, they would have not been the star, or no one would be fawning over them, so they didn't want me around. So I'm like, I get it. If you don't want the pretty one around because they're going to steal the person you have a crush on, I get it. So I wasn't mad. But anyways, they invited me to a barbecue to this person's house, and everyone was enamored with me because my personality is just amazing. Why are you looking like that?
Because I thought we were hearing a story about a proposal, not the entire history of your relationship with this person.
Anyways, I was being my regular charming self, not really expecting anything, not looking for anything. At the time, I was literally 19 years old, going to college. And we went out on a few dates because they're like, would you like to do this and that? I'm like, my first time here, and I'm just trying to live my life and see the place. So, of course, sure. We went to the CN Tower. The food was gross, but the view was beautiful. It was very romantic. And
wait, so now you went from giving us so much information to no information.
Oh, you need to pick a side. You need to pick a side because I'm
just
trying
tell us
to...
how long between the barbecue and this moment at the CN Tower. How long were you dating?
I wouldn't even call it a dating period, to be honest, because in my mind, I was just being shown around by some nice people that I met. I didn't think it was anything else. It was probably 2 months.
Okay.
And I went to Montreal and continued to live my life, touring this new land. And they were always messaging me. I'm like, okay, I'm cool, whatever. And they're like, when are you leaving Montreal? Come back here and like chill out. I'm like, I'm probably gonna leave in a few weeks. Anyways, I go back, and I go back. I realize it's like not a lot of people being there as I thought it would be. And they're like, oh, you should just stick around for a minute. And I said, yeah, all right. I mean, I have time, but I have to go back and like look for family and stuff. But long story short, we're there for a while. They started like letting me know their true feelings and yada yada yada. I was like, oh, this is really sweet. I think you're really nice too. And um, as time went on, they were like, what would it take for me to not have you leave? And I'm like, what do you mean? And the person said, I really like you. I think you're amazing. They said a lot of stuff. I don't remember everything, but it was really complimentary. And they said, it would be nice if you were to marry me. And they presented me with a token to to solidify the
Sorry, are we back at
question.
the CN Tower?
No, no, no. This happened
I'm so
at the
confused.
residence.
Okay.
And it was like a really nice situationship too. They were like, please, like, I would really love if you would stay here and marry me because I think you're amazing and blah blah blah. And I was like, marriage, a proposal. I know this seems so anticlimactic. I was setting up the story so well, but then you're like on my ass about rushing it. Blame him if you're not enjoying the story. But yeah, it was a really nice situation. They recently bought a really nice home. They had two dogs. I was there most of the time while they were at work because I was off from school. It was like a summer break, and it was like in a for a moment I was like I could see myself being with this person and living this life. But then I'm like, am I trying to be the house guy to some person this young? I should probably say that this person was quite older than I was.
How old? Or how older?
Let's do the
You were
math.
19 and they were in their 40s.
Yeah, I think they were like 45.
Good lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they looked really young. They looked like they were like 32. But besides the point, I was like, no. When they proposed, I really thought about it. I said, give me a day, but I don't remember. I said, give me some time, but I couldn't go through with it. I just thought I have my life ahead of me. What am I gonna do being someone's trophy partner or whatever when they've done lived their lives and been with whoever they wanted to be with and go all these places they wanted to go? I
Mm-hmm.
haven't lived yet. Like I'm gonna need to do that and circle you back in a few years if you still look good.
So did you circle back?
No, but funny enough,
Classic.
why I don't know. I saw them for the first time in years in 2019.
Ah.
The first ever Pride I ever went to, first ever Pride event, I ran into them. I was like, whoa, look at that. They didn't even know I live here
Mm.
because you know me. I don't try to. I'm never the person that's trying to like keep in touch with people. If I met you then and we don't talk often, then you've been forgotten. I'm sorry.
So someone asked for your hand in marriage and they mean nothing in your life.
I'm not sure what you're trying to say.
I'm asking you a question.
your your tone seems very pointed, but I don't know
I'm asking you a
what
question.
your intent is.
I mean, I guess I know the answer.
Uh, that's not the case. I'm just saying. You know what's funny? For a few years, I kind of forgot their names. I remember someone was asking me about it once, and they're like, "What's the person's name?" And I sat there for a while trying to think, what is their name?
That's crazy that you don't know their name.
Oh, I know the name now. I remember the name now, but it's just like life. I was 19. I went back to my life. I started my career. I was living. I got in different relationships that didn't require a whole marriage from me at that time in my life. And I just moved on. And that was that.
That was that. No big deal.
No, because I didn't take it that seriously. Because in my mind, they saw me as like a trophy or just like a perfect candidate or someone that they could kind of control in a sense. because they were never controlling towards me, like outright. But I do think because of the age dynamic and the power dynamic of our relationship at the time, I was 19, still in school, didn't have a job at the time, and they were like a manager at a really big place and have a home and a car and the dogs and everything. They had the home, the dogs, and the picket fence. They just needed me to just fit their mold and have their perfect little life. They would, and they're like, well, if you want to work, you don't have to. I can get you a job working with me. And I was thinking, like, and the pay they were offering was pretty decent too.
Not that decent, I guess.
to work at the place with them. I was like, but I'm like, no. I'll get to that paycheck when I'm good and ready on my own.
So all these thoughts going through your head, none of them were about your actual feelings for this person.
That's the thing. I didn't develop that strong of feelings for that person yet, but and I don't think they developed that strongly of feelings for me either. I just think they thought I was a perfect candidate to fit a mold that they needed to complete their puzzle. Because they already done the 45. You've already achieved everything you want. You have the home and the big job and the car and everything. You just want that guy to stand by you at that point and relax and travel and do these things with, which would be nice. But I didn't get the chance to like work my way up to a career yet. I didn't get my chance to make a bunch of mistakes yet. I didn't have a chance to do any of that. So I'm like, I'm going to miss out. And I feel like if I take this opportunity and I could probably learn to love him, but I don't want to be that type of guy that's staying with someone for what I think I can get from them. I just want to go out and do my own thing. And if years pass and we cross paths again.
And he's still alive.
Oh my God, 45 is not that old. Calm down. And they looked really young. I was very attracted to them. It wasn't that. I just didn't have like a deep emotional connection. And they were super sweet. They were very nice. Like there was nothing wrong with the person. I just didn't love them that way to have a whole marriage with them. And that's it. And that was the first time I was proposed to.
The first of how many times?
None of your damn business.
Oh, God.
What can I say? I'm a lovable person. I am really nice, so people take to me. I've been proposed to another time after that. 2 years after that, to be exact.
To which you said?
This person... Am I going to tell the 2 stories today?
Yeah, why not?
Jesus, leave something for them to like come back to later on. But the second time I was visiting my father and I was staying with him for a minute and I met this person and at a park. We met at a park, which was really nice.
Nice.
Yeah, like
sure.
I was walking.
Cruising?
No. Gross. I don't know who you think you're talking to. But I was walking our dog and they were walking their dogs. Which they're, no offense, but their dogs were just like done, beat up. Beat the hell up. I remember telling them once, like, when are you going to put your dogs down? And I'm sorry I'm so sorry if anyone's listening that's triggered by this and you're a dog lover. I love dogs as well. I grew up with animals my entire life. I've had
When are you going to put your dogs down?
No, like I've had
You're a bitch.
No. I've had a bunch of animals. I love animals except cats. But the dogs both had like tumors and they were like so huge and like hanging off of them.
Damn, they couldn't afford to get the dog's medication and stuff.
And I just thought the dogs look like they're in pain and you're just there lugging the dogs around. Like the dogs were not having a quality of life.
And I just still out walking them.
I was like, no, the dogs could barely, they didn't bark, they didn't do anything. They just like barely got up to move to a spot. Like they were just sad.
Yeah.
I'm like, you are not doing them any justice by keeping them alive. But yeah, and we met at a dog park. We hit it off. It was a really nice person as well. They were like a manager at a mental place. The head psychiatric person, whatever. I don't remember much about it.
So
Don't
you're
laugh.
saying again there was a proposal with someone that is so insignificant in your life?
Why do you keep trying to push this thing?
Because you can't even remember their name.
I remember this person's name, and I
But you
remember
didn't
the last
remember the last
person's.
one's name. You don't remember this person's job.
I remember the job. I just know that I'm probably I know I'm probably not saying the right title.
Okay.
It was a mental. It was a clinic where troubled teens would go for like psychiatric help, and he was a manager for that facility.
Nice.
But yeah, we were dating for a while, and I was not gonna stay with my dad much longer. I was like, I'm ready to go back and live my life. I can't stay here because my dad lived in like suburbia, and I was like, enough of this. Too many people that don't look like
Suburbia is your bread and butter.
too many people that don't look like me. It's not really comfortable here for me. I'm gonna go back home. And so I told them I'm leaving, and they were really not happy about it. And we dated for a minute. Wait, was I 21 at the time? I don't remember the age. It was between 20 to 22, somewhere there.
Okay.
And I went back home, and we were still doing the long distance thing. And I would like travel back and forth to see them. And they proposed at one point when I went back. I remember that proposal because we went ring shopping together.
So you wanted it to happen.
No, because it was like sprung on me. We went to the store. You know, I like to shop. And so I'm like, well, I'm here for a week and I'm going back home. So I'm going to go and shop till I drop on my own dime because this guy likes to spend his own money. And they're like, oh, let's go in there. And it was like pointing to Tiffany's. And I was like, yeah, Tiffany's sounds fun. I'm not buying anything in there though, but it's nice to look.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go buy clothes. We went in and he was like looking at stuff and he's like, which one of you like? I was like, no, I don't care because in my mind I'm not buying anything, so I'm not trying to talk about what I like.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's one of those Tiffany's is one of those stores. It's like the salespeople are up on your ass. I'm just a black guy, and I just don't want to be up in here if I know I'm not buying anything. When I know I have the money to buy whatever I want, I will go up in any store and be like, let me see that, let me see that, let me see that. But at the time, I wasn't trying to spend Tiffany's money. So I was like, I really don't want to be here knowing that there's nothing here I want or nothing here I'm willing to spend money on. Anyways, we're trying on some stuff and they're like, oh, that one looks really nice on you. And I tried it on and they're like, do you like it? I'm like, it's cute. And they're like, what would you say to marrying me and that being your engagement ring? And I was like, this is not very romantic. I think in my mind, I'm saying, I think in his mind, he thinks this is super romantic. But in my mind, it's like, I don't like this. But I'm like, but he bought me the ring and.
With you there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they bought the ring.
So you knew a proposal was coming?
No, they bought the ring and gave it to me that day. And they're like,
What?
think about a life with me and us being together like forever. And they gave me the ring. And I'm like, I'll think about it.
Now let's go get some Starbucks.
Oh my god. What a life. This is ridiculous. Sometimes I really push these things back in the deepest corners of my mind because sometimes I really don't think about it or remember it.
That's so unfortunate for them.
If not, I'm sure they don't think about me. Like, for what? Live your life.
Someone they proposed to?
Years ago.
I guess marriage means something to me and it doesn't mean something to other people.
Marriage means nothing to you, so let's not even go down that road.
Yes, it does.
But anyways, I thought about it and I said, you know what? I do care about you a lot and I can see myself with you because I could see myself with this person a lot. And I was dating this person longer than I knew the first person. So the first person was like, I like them, but it just doesn't feel right because I don't have that love for them as I should if I'm going to marry them. This person I did actually care for a lot. So I said, yeah. I said yes. And I went back home and I was teaching at the time.
And instantly regretted your decision.
No, I did not instantly regret anything. And I went back and forth a few more times to see them, but I on the last time I went back home, because we were like, they were like planning, we were like planning things, like planning how we're gonna live together, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to move here, and they're like, I'm like, I still want to do certain things, and they're like, no worries, we'll figure out a way to make it work. And I'm like, all right, we'll deal with it. But then I went back home and I met someone, and I was like, okay, I have this ring and I love this person, but I realized that my attention is being captured by somebody
Oh
else.
my god.
Yeah.
A cheating fiance.
Okay. Who said I cheated?
You just did.
Explain to me.
Emotionally cheated.
Okay.
Infidelity.
Anyways, as I was saying, I realized that while I was with someone and committed to them, my interest was being piqued by someone else, and I was starting to like think that this person might be a better fit for me than the person that I'm currently with. And so I called this person and I told them I need to see them, the person I was dating. And I took a plane, I took like my vacation days, which I wasn't really pleased about because it wasn't my like a nice vacation I'm taking or anything, but I took 5 days. I went to see them and I talked to them about it, and they were not pleased, but I told them I have to call it off because I don't think it's gonna work.
But you didn't let them know about the other man in the picture.
No, I told there was some other man in the picture because I wasn't with this person at the time. I just realized that I had a huge crush on the person, and through like interaction with the person, I was like, "Oh, I might like this person." And there was never any dates with this person or anything like physical or anything like that, but I did recognize that I had feelings for this person and I wanted to explore them. So I went and I gave him back the ring, and I decided to end it there. And yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
What?
It's just too much.
That's the name of the show. Too much.
All these proposals, and no, couldn't be me.
Why? Because no one
You
wants to
said yes
marry
to
you?
this guy. It doesn't even sound like you liked him that much.
Oh, I did. I really did.
Oh, but yeah, then some other guy comes along and takes your attention, and you immediately question the marriage.
Well,
Immediately.
that's not immediately. Calm down. But that's a thing though. When it was very long distance and it was a bunch of traveling back and forth, and I think that played a role in it because when I'm one place living my life and having a career and like trying to just survive, and you're somewhere else, and even though we talk as much as we can, we're both busy, and so the connection just kind of faded, and I realized that someone else piqued my interest, and I was like, well, the fact that this person piqued my interest and like in passing I'm like having a crush on this person or whatever, I realized at that point, well, maybe this marriage thing is
I've
not for
broken
me.
my vows, so I should call it off.
I broke no damn vows.
Well, you didn't do your vows yet, but you were emotionally cheating on him. And you said, I should probably take this ring off. Cue Beyonce.
What is emotional cheating? I think this is a topic we should probably dive into deeper because you are trying to paint...
It could be another episode, another topic on another episode.
We will definitely talk about this because you are trying to paint a picture so damn bad.
What do you think emotional cheating is?
It's like, okay, this was not that. I promise you, because we were not spending time together.
You don't have to spend time with the person to emotionally cheat.
No, but in my opinion, I think emotional cheating, but again, I don't want to talk about it because I want to do this. It's a different topic for a different day. But we'll leave it at that. Those are my two proposal stories. Don't be jealous because nobody wants you.
Interesting. Thank you for that statement. Let me timestamp that moment and remember it forever.
Please do. I would never want you to forget it.
I don't need any proposals in my life. I never have, I guess.
And you never will.
Since I made it this far without...
and you never will.
All these proposals.
Because
I like to be serious about the person that I'm engaged to.
But are you ever serious about anyone, though?
Yeah.
I don't think. But thank you guys so much for listening. This has been a wonderful episode. You guys got all the way up in my business. And go like, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. The more you comment and share on whatever platform you're listening to, the more other people will learn about us And you can share this with your friends. If you want to hear us talk about a specific topic, let us know. But before I go, what would be your perfect proposal?
My perfect proposal? I don't know. I'm not like a romantic person.
Well, that's obvious, but
No, I do romantic gestures for other people. If I was going to propose to someone, then it would probably be like hella nice. But if someone's going to propose to me, just like at probably not even at dinner because I don't want to do things in public, but just like a dinner at home, or just any moment that I'm like, oh, surprise, That's cute.
but
That's
if
fun.
you were doing it for someone, would you want to do it in public and do a big to do?
No, I wouldn't want to.
You'd want it to be very private still, just the two of you.
Yeah. Or like maybe like public in the sense like you're outside, but where there's like people could be walking about
But not
farther
like
away,
too
but not in a
close.
restaurant where people are like the next table looked at you. You know what I mean?
Oh, because you don't like attention like that.
None of that. But if you're like out at a big park or like some famous like in front of the Eiffel Tower, I mean, people could be pretty close to you in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
But things like that.
I feel like the Eiffel Tower is too cliche. Everyone does it, so I wouldn't want it to be.
Yeah, I would never do
my
that.
thing.
But just an example of like if you're at a landmark or you're traveling or something, yeah, I can see doing it outside near people. But I don't want people around to clap after. Like, ugh.
I don't know if I want
It's not
someone
a
to
movie.
propose to me again. It's happened twice, and both times they weren't super romantic. And plus, I don't think I would want it to be in a public space where a bunch of people are looking at me either. I'm pretty fine with it being like a conversation. Like, oh, we've been together for a while. Why don't we just do the next step? We both want marriage, so let's do that. I'd be like, yeah, I think that's a great
So basically
idea.
what that guy did when he bought you a ring.
No, but I don't want it to be in the store like that. Like if we were like in bed watching TV or reading a book together, like just chilling on a regular night, and we just turned to each other and started having that conversation. And we're like, do you think it's like a time for us to get married? We've been together for 50 years. I'd be like, yeah.
I think a lot of people have those conversations before they pop the question.
I feel like having that conversation could just be the question. And then we'll be like, oh, cool.
But does that make it? That doesn't make it very special.
I don't need the big to do. I really don't.
Then what's the point of getting married?
Marriage is not the wedding for me. The big to do is like a big proposal and a big wedding. Marriage is just like a legal binding document to say we are together. And
So you could just say, "Hey, Saturday, want to go down to the city hall and get this document signed?"
No, because I'm not a cheap whore that you leave $20 for on the side table.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's like if you don't need a big to do, then just go do it the official legal way.
I don't
And then you're
mind.
married.
I don't mind going to City Hall to go get married, but I don't want you to just tell me, "Oh, you want to go do that Saturday at City Hall?" No, let's have a conversation and we can decide together. Yes, we should do this, and we can decide whether or not we want a formal event or just a private event, no bells and whistles.
And then when people say, "How did he ask you?" You'll be like, "He
We just
didn't. We just decided to get married."
Yeah, I don't
All
think there's
right.
anything wrong with that. But yeah, that's it, guys. Deuces.